Hi, I am Maurice Zoni. This is my oral midterm report. The largest problem I had this semester was integrating the sponsor's code with our own additions and changes. Their code was really built in an embedded format and in a manner that I was not very used to. So, really learning about the what the hardware attributes were, how it worked, that was really the biggest challenge for me. Along with that, I those changes that we were adding, I've never used SQL outside of just writing SQL, so learning to use that in a Python library was a challenge for me. And then, as well as our database was constantly changing because of changes in requirements from the sponsor, as well as changes in our understanding. So, for me, the biggest help was our sponsor and my team. Any questions I had about the hardware and how it worked, or the functions in the code that I didn't understand, sponsor was perfectly willing and able to answer any questions that I had about anything. As far as some of the SQL and Python questions, my team was able to fill in any knowledge gaps I had and help me and each other figure out what we needed to do. The excuse me. As of now, the controller, the portion that I've been mostly working on, is fully functioning. Thanks to all that help from the sponsor and my team. It does, however, need a lot of improvements and additions. There's still quite a few attributes that are in the database, should be in the controller that maybe aren't just because of some bugs I was having. But it is working. So, and a lot of that is because of my team really helping me with things for SQL, like I could use replace instead of insert, and a few other little syntax changes, as well as the sponsor really telling me how all of the code they gave us worked. What I've learned from all this is definitely talk to anyone I can that I'm near in person before I resort to trying research on the internet. It's anything the sponsor was able to, that I had to ask them for, it wouldn't have been online. Their code is pretty innovative. There's not much like this system, and it's also very specific to their hardware. So there's nowhere else I would have been able to find that. And as far as the SQL and the database changes, it was so much easier to get an answer from my team than as opposed to when I had to look online. So those are the biggest things I've learned from this, and that should conclude my report.